Welcome back to the Next Phase podcast, episode number 3. At Next Phase, we help business owners increase the value, prepare for the future, and build a next phase that they are excited about.
Awesome.
Okay, well, today we're going to have some fun. We have a question that every business owner should secretly wonder.
Mm-hmm.
If your business walked into Shark Tank, how would it score?
That's right. So imagine this, right? You have the bright lights, okay? The sharks are grilling you. Mr. Wonderful's sitting there, arms crossed, leaned back in his chair, just kind of with the deep kind of scowl looking at you, deciding whether or not your business is worth his time and, more importantly, his royalties.
So exit readiness and Shark Tank readiness are surprisingly similar. So let's break it down.
All right.
So why Shark Tank?
Well, here's the thing. Sharks look for the same thing buyers are looking for when they come to look at your business, and that they care about during an exit. Predictability, scalability, clean systems and processes, business that doesn't fall apart without the owner.
Yeah. And that's really what makes this such a fun analogy. So if you ever watched an episode and thought, oh no, this owner is the business. Ugh.
Yeah.
You know what we mean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Single point of failure. So today we're scoring your business on the key shark metrics that matter most.
Okay. Recurring revenue.
Okay.
So let's start with Mr. Wonderful's favorite line. Is this a one-time sale or recurring revenue?
Absolutely. Recurring revenue is a buyer's dream. It tells them the future cash flow, how predictable that is, subscriptions, memberships, service contracts, anything that repeats makes your valuation climb. Yeah.
So owners often think recurring revenue has to be like a giant program, but it can be really simple. It could be maintenance contracts, annual reviews with your clients, monthly service bundles.
Absolutely. So question for you, Katie. What's one recurring model you've seen transform a business value overnight?
Yeah. So I had a client who did in the plumbing and heating sector. And they just started doing like installations, right, of new systems. But they hadn't really thought of that recurring service contract. And so they did put that into their program with their clients.
Sure.
And so then every year they had that maintenance done, which they should do anyway. But, you know, when they first started out, they were new, they were young, they didn't really think about it, right?
Bidding jobs, trying to get their footing.
Right, but in order to make their business more valuable, also profitable in those maybe down years. Yeah, right, in the down years, you know, like they want to repeat those repeat customers, and also kept them in front of their customers. So I'd say that that's a pretty good example.
Awesome. And here's the truth behind it all. Documenting just one or two core processes, meaning kind of the rule book that you play by, can dramatically reduce the owner stress and increase value. So core processes in itself are just basically the right way we're going to do the things the best way every time, which is in turn creates scalability and profitability for the company long term.
And I think that brings us into shark score number 2.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So first of all, as investors, the sharks hate chaos. Right? They're looking to buy something that will run autonomously on its own. Right? They don't want to go there and run it every day. So if your entire business is held together by tribal knowledge, that's a giant red flag.
Right. So just like you were saying before, systems and processes, they aren't just nice to have. They're what makes your business transferable. So buyers need the confidence so that the machine can run without you.
Absolutely. So Katie, what's the time you walked into a business and thought, this thing is literally taped together? Like there's Band-Aids all over this thing.
So many times. So many times there's too many examples of that. And so, I guess I'll take this opportunity to tell a joke. Darren?
I love jokes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. How many Band-Aids does it take to fix a broken bone?
Oh, man. Well, I'm an EMT, so.
He is. True story.
True story. But it would take a lot.
Well, the answer is none.
Oh.
It's none.
Okay.
Can't fix a broken bone with a Band-Aid. But
Absolutely.
So why are you trying to fix your business with Band-Aids and duct tape and whatever have you? If you don't have the correct processes and systems in place, it will eventually implode.
Sure. Absolutely. So to your analogy of the broken bone, like the right fix would not be the Band-Aid. It would actually be fixing the broken bone, surgically, whatever you need, right?
Source, yes.
Actually go to the source, solve that root cause of that issue, make it stand up, knock it down, go away forever.
Correct.
Solving it at the root.
Right.
Okay. So, and here's the truth. Documenting just one or two core processes can dramatically reduce owner stress and increase value.
Yes.
That's the truth.
And not just owner stress either. The leadership team, your employees, everybody.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. So shark score number 3. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Sorry. Okay.
Leadership and team.
Okay. Here's a classic shark question. If you get hit by a bus tomorrow, what happens to this business?
Yeah, we mentioned this a little bit in our first episode.
Yes, we did.
So following up on that, if the honest answer is everything stops, the valuation in your business plummets. Buyers want to see a team that know their roles and executes without the owner micromanaging.
Right.
They want to see that.
Right. So Darren, what does a shark-ready leadership team actually look like?
A shark-ready leadership team. So the first thing is the right structure. And we teach this in EOS. We
accountability chart.
The accountability chart.
Yep.
Right. And the whole reason for the name is simply that accountability.
Yes.
This isn't a hierarchy, a map of titles. This is truly what do we need to be accountable for in this business, and then who is accountable for that. Have very clear expectations. The second thing is that everybody knows the high-level important things that this business needs to measure to maintain success.
With a scorecard?
And that is the scorecard. Very good, right? High level, 5 to 15 numbers giving you an absolute pulse on the business. The shark-ready team, in my mind, would first be they all know the vision or the objectives for the business. Everybody on that leadership team needs to know where are we going and how are we going to get there.
Yep, clarity on the vision.
Absolutely. Yes, and then be able to execute on that without the owner.
So, like you mentioned before, owners can be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
So what is the first leadership seat that most owners should delegate?
My first knee-jerk reaction is all of them but one, right? So when we get in with owners, a lot of times they're just like, well, I do a little bit of this and I do a little bit of that, and I'm kind of the PR relationship guy, but I also kind of dip my fingers into finance because I can't seem to let go and trust anybody. There's all these things that are happening, right? And wild visionaries they have these great ideas that they want to bring back to the team, and most of the time, those aren't ever actually hitting the table either because they're so busy working in it rather than on it.
Right.
We need to see them delegate everything that isn't their unique ability, realize and understand that there is people on your team that are actually smarter than you, first and foremost. And this is coming from my experience, right? As a business owner. The second thing is that there's more than likely somebody on your team that can do that better than you.
Yeah.
Which is so hard as a business owner to say,
hard.
There ain't nobody that can do it like me. Right. That's what happens. But ultimately, an owner will hit a capacity ceiling, and that ultimately is what shows in your top line revenue.
Yeah.
They began holding everything back. And for myself, my own experience, the best thing that could happen was for me to get out of my own way. The only way to do that is to delegate everything that I'm not good at and live where I am good. So my answer to that in a very long, drawn out thing would be everything but what you're good at. Delegate them seats
Great
off.
answer.
So
great answer. Awesome. Well, let's move on to shark score number 4, scalability.
Absolutely. Right. And this means growth. Scalability is a big one.
Yeah.
But the sharks want to know, how big can this get? How big can we grow this business?
Yeah. So a scalable business can grow without requiring the owner to clone themselves.
Okay.
If growth equals chaos, you're not scalable.
All right. All right. So, Katie, what's one thing a business can do this year to become more scalable? One thing.
Okay, so one thing that I'm going to pick is make sure that you have the right people in the right seats. Okay. So you just talked about delegation and about how getting owners out of the things that maybe they're not the greatest at.
Yep.
But there are people that are really, really great at those things, right? But having the right people in the right seats is absolutely going to put your business on a rocket ship. Because honestly, you might not have the right people in the right seats.
So true.
You might think that you do, right?
Yep.
But when we actually step back and take a look and examine it, they're not really serving the greater good of your vision.
Right.
Right.
Right. And when you talk right people, right seat, what does right people mean?
So right people are people who share your core values. So every business should have a set of core values. And I know a lot of people, like in the 80s and 90s, they put up some core values and they picked them, right?
Made a sticker, put it on their work truck, called her good.
Right. Forgot about it, right? Yep. And then you ask them, what's your core value? I don't know. Yep. I can't even tell you how many times I've asked people what their core values are of their business, and they've actually had to take out their phone and look on their website because they didn't know, right? Probably not a core value.
True
you
values,
did that,
then, right? Really valued them.
Yeah, you know who you are,
yes.
right? Okay. so that's right, people. Truly knowing your core values and then having the people that share those values on the team.
Absolutely.
So right seat, is that your next question?
Yeah. How do you know if they're in the right seat?
Right seat is if they are, quite simply put, able to do their job. Do they understand the ins and outs of the job? Do they love coming to work every day? Is that what they want to really be doing? And you have to have both. You have to have a right person who shares your core values, and you have to have them in the right seat where they are capable and wanting, or we say GWC, get it? Do they get their job? Do they want their job? And do they have the capacity to do their job?
Absolutely. And that's great. And that in turn creates scalability due to the fact that when that person is accountable for those things, somebody else is no longer doing a portion of two things. Right? Now you've taken your capacity, open it up to doing the things that you are truly accountable for.
Right.
Therefore, you have more capacity.
Right.
Awesome. Well, cool. Now, got a little bonus score here.
Oh, okay.
So, financial clarity. This is the other thing.
Okay.
Having super clear information or data, as we look at it in EOS, being one of the 6 key components. What does financial clarity have to do with your Shark score?
So, another deal killer on Shark Tank is the owner who doesn't know their numbers.
So margins matter more than revenue, right? You can have $20 million at a 1% profit margin, or you can have $10 million at a 20% profit margin. How much more headache do you want? All that factors in there. Clean financials and clear metrics make buyers and sharks lean in when you can clearly show the difference in those two things. Revenue and margin. Right.
And so being a former commercial banker.
Oh, yeah. The bean counters.
Yeah, right.
Right. Yep.
I wouldn't go that far, but that's the CPAs. But you got to know your numbers. You have to know them. If you are not graduated to the next level of accounting and you want to grow your business, then you should absolutely look at that. If somebody comes in and looks under the hood of your business, they're going to want accurate numbers.
Absolutely.
They're going to want to know that they can rely on them. So if you're guessing at your numbers right now, that's your homework. Get really good, solid financials.
Absolutely. And we teach a lot in EOS on predicting, right? And becoming super good at short-term predicting and long-term predicting. Well, a lot of that basis is off of our data. So the numbers, our measurables, the things we are inspecting, what we expect, and paying close attention to that for how we decide what is the next step inside this business. What are we doing this 90 days coming up based on our numbers? So,
Right.
Yes. If you're guessing, you better get them. You better quit guessing.
Yeah, you better quit guessing.
Make educated predictions based off your numbers. So in wrap up, how would you score?
Yeah, how would you score? All right, listeners. If your business were on Shark Tank today, how would it score in these 5 areas?
Recurring revenue, systems, leadership, scalability, and financial clarity. If any of these made you squirm, that's good. That's good. That's uncomfortable, but that's good. It means you're thinking like a buyer.
Yeah.
Let's build a valuable business, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
As always, thank you so much for listening. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You can also find us on nextphasesp.com. That's nextphasesp.com. Thanks for joining us.